I'm Susan Reddy with Elements Realty. And when you're ready to buy or sell a home and you want someone that you can trust who's going to guide you through the whole process, I would love to help. You can reach out by calling 256-468-1312.
Ladies and gentlemen, Listen to Your Neighbors Volume 3 is on the way, featuring Lana White and the Heights. Listen to Your Neighbors is a fundraiser for original local music in North Alabama, Southern Tennessee. And speaking about North Alabama, there's so many different places to live, so many different places to move your family, start a family, relocate, or retire in Huntsville and Madison. And when you're ready, I have the woman here to help you get ready, Miss Susan Reddy. How you doing, Susan?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great, better than I deserve. Thank you for your support of Listen to Your Neighbors Volume 3, Lana White and the Heights. Before we jump into buying and selling homes and how people can get ready with Susan, why is original local music and why is supporting this important to you?
Original local music, to me, is the heartbeat of the community. It's local artists sharing their creativity and their talents that you can't find anywhere else. And it's an honor to support them. We should support them. And on a personal level, Lana White is one of my dearest friends. She's extremely talented. I'm so honored to support this weekend and her band, all of them. They have just great creativity and talent, and I know it'll be a great turnout.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for your sponsorship commitment. We're glad to earn it. And we hope that everyone comes out to see not only Lana White and the Heights, but all of these great local artists around Southern Alabama, North Alabama, Southern Tennessee, and all around the world. If someone is local to where you live, that's why we call it Listen to Your Neighbors. And not just about music, we want you to listen to your local businesses, listen to your local educators, listen to your local realtors that are helping you make that decision on buying a home or selling a home or anything that has to do with the place where you lay your head, buying, selling, all of that good stuff. Let's start with buying, Susan. Let's talk about anything people should have. What should people be ready with before they think about buying a home? Are there things that they should come with, or should they just set up a conversation and an appointment and just show up?
Well, I like to have a conversation with my clients because different things matter to different people. So that's part of what I do is educate. Obviously, you need to know your budget, and that's something we talk about. We need to talk about the things that are important to you because, again, different things matter to different people. And it's kind of like matchmaking. So I like to hear what is most important. Is it the house? Is it the area? Is it the schools? The commute time? That all matters. So I like hearing what matters to people, and then that way I can better help serve them.
Outstanding. Now, on the other side, when people are selling a home, are there things that they should be ready with and things that they should have set before they come to you to sell a home, or should they just call and set an appointment to sell their home?
Good question. So that too, it's a conversation. They don't have to know anything to begin with. That's part of what I do is educate, and those are things we talk through because the market is always changing. So we talk about inventory, pricing, all of those things that is going to help them succeed in selling their home.
Outstanding. Talking to Susan Reddy of Elements. Did I say that right? Is it
Yes.
Elements? Okay.
Elements Realty.
Susan Reddy of Elements Realty. Susan, what made you, or what inspired you, or what committed you to becoming a realtor? And more than the business, just what was that driving force that decided that you landed on to say, hey, I want to become a realtor and help people with their home buying and home selling decisions?
I think what appeals to me most about real estate is that it is a very relational business. And that's something that going into it, I didn't expect, but I'm really grateful for because I am a very relational person. I've been in this business 7 years, and it's a journey for a lot of people, especially buyers when we're looking. And I work with people sometimes years, literally. And it doesn't end at the closing table. To me, I have clients who they become friends. Maybe they already were my friends, but it does not end at the closing table. I love being available even past that for questions, and I think that's what I enjoy most about it.
One of the biggest misconceptions or one of the biggest surprises about the market in Huntsville and Madison?
I will say, our market, again, it's always changing. And a few years ago, it was very tough all across the country. And then things shifted. We do have more inventory now. It's definitely better for buyers, but we still are thriving in the Huntsville area because of all the growth. I really do admire that our city has brought so much here where we continue to thrive, where maybe in other areas it's not.
Outstanding. Talking with Susan Reddy of Elements Realty about your home buying, home selling decisions. And Susan, what are some of let's talk about your clients. And I want you to think about one of your client testimonials or a client story that would help really recognize and bring your custom service to life. Like, what is one of those client stories or client testimonials that really showcase your unique approach?
So I am on Google, and if you look, I'm honored that I have a lot of reviews. One that when you first asked this stands out the most is it was back around February. I had a client close. They had moved to the area, and again, I'm just naturally relational, so I'm going to help you and share my expertise in real estate. But beyond that, we become friends. And so this family, we became friends. And in an earlier career, I had a wonderful boss who her motto was, and then some. Do what people expect and then some. And I've carried that with me all through life. I want to do what people expect of me and then some. I want to go above and beyond. And so she wrote a review that is on my Google page, and it was just so heartfelt how much she appreciated my time and just really caring for them. And that's very genuine. I love people, and I love serving people and helping them get in the right home. Another thing is, a lot of times it's a joyous thing to buy a home, maybe even sell a home because you're moving on to another chapter, but it always isn't. It's not always a joyous thing. So I'm there to walk alongside people in the hard seasons too. Divorce or, you just never know what people are going through. So that's something to remember too. It's not always joyous, but I'm going to be there with you every step of the way.
Outstanding. Now, any tips that you can share for those that are looking to buy or sell? And we all love a good tip. We all love people that help us out or give us a leg up or cheat codes or what have you. But for the folks that are looking to buy and sell, any tips that you would recommend or places for them to start and just say, hey, look, make sure you do this, or this is something I wish I would have known when I first sold or bought my first home?
I would just say, make sure that you are getting someone helping you who does know the market, who can help guide you through every step, because it is a process. And I think there's a lot more to it than people realize, especially if you have never sold or bought. You don't know what all that takes. And so I guide every step of the way. Also, a good team of people. It's not just the realtor. If you are buying and are financing, then having good lender partners. Once you're under contract, great home inspectors. So that's something too that a realtor can help guide you on, is all the best people to help get you to the closing table.
Well, Susan, before we get out of here, for the listeners and anyone that's watching that wants to connect with you, what's the best way to start a conversation or get ready to buy or sell with Susan Reddy?
Just reach out. I don't know if my info is going to be provided on here, but phone, email. Like I said, you can Google and read reviews, Facebook. Just reach out. I'd love to connect. Hey, I'm Susan Reddy with Elements Realty. Listen to your neighbors.